Hello, this is Sonja from My Happy Space. Welcome back at my channel. I'm going to do my last entry in this devotion from where I stand, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed going through the lead up for Jesus last week or so before he was crucified, and reading all these long chapters in John. I really loved it. I'm going to journal in Mark 16 just because I've already journaled in John. I've done quite a lot of journaling through my Holy Week in John, so I didn't have any space. So I'm using these beautiful printables from the Vanessa Bits and Bobs, which coordinate with this devotion, and also some of the, obviously, the bits and bobs that came originally with the devotion. So obviously we're looking at the fourth entry, and it's now the final one. It is in the light, our journey in the light from where I stand. We looked at the cross, in the darkness, and we also looked on the journey, and now it is the cross. Now actually my previous entry was very much the same as what Sean and Noel was talking about during this entry. I didn't read ahead, and it was interesting that we picked up the same things that Jesus said to Mary, go and tell. And I'll put a link to my playlist for my previous entries to have a go and have a look. But I was definitely going to look a little bit more into that and use the go and tell as my statement for this entry. So what I'm doing now, I've printed some of these bits and bobs from Vanessa, made it a bit bigger and printed it on clear sticker paper. I've got exactly 4 sheets left of my clear sticker paper before I ran out of it, and you can't get it in South Africa, and yeah, I have to wait till we go to England in August, God willing, because at the moment we know everything is up in the air. So hopefully I can get some clear sticker paper there. So I'm really enjoying it. I need to really make sure I use the best bits for the clear sticker paper. But what I'm doing now is I'm creating a little cluster here. I've used some tissue paper and just scrunch it up a little bit to create a little bit of interest, and put a leftover sort of packaging also at the back, just to create layers and interest. And I love this heart, which is part of the printable, and I've just enlarged it. And I love the fact that the flowers is sort of coming out on the side of this heart, and I'm just putting it slightly together. I'm using that ray of sun, which I've fussy cut, and I made all the rays separately, and I'm just tucking that next to it. Yeah, I just like the effect that it picks up these drips of color that comes from the beautiful black and white flowers there at the top. It sort of plays into that, and it creates lots of texture. So yeah, as I said, we are looking at the passage go and tell, and I love the fact that Jesus revealed himself to Mary first. Mary had such a heart for the Lord, and I think it's important to remember that if you see God wholeheartedly, he will reveal himself to you in wonderful ways. I think it says in Jeremiah 33 verse 3. So yeah, she had such a heart for the Lord. She loved the Lord, and God chose her to reveal himself first to her, and the message he says to her is, go and tell. Don't sit there and enjoy this wonderful moment with me. He said to her, don't touch me, I don't have my glorified body yet. He immediately gave her a command and said, go and tell. And I think it's something for us also into it. When we experience something of God's goodness, or a revelation we hear from him during the day when we read the word of God, not to keep it for ourselves and just to bask in it, which is very nice, we need to, but go and tell somebody. Send somebody a SMS, especially during this time. Send somebody encouraging SMS. Put it on a WhatsApp group, or just tell your family about it, that God has done something, and go and tell that. So this is the sort of the smaller version of go and tell. Obviously then we've got the big command in here at the end of Mark, that go into the world and go and tell people about what I've done. And it's such a privilege. God has done so much for us. He lavishes his love and his salvation on us. So in the meantime, I've made a big title go and tell, but I stamped it off camera because I first wanted to see how it looks. I didn't want to do it on the Bible because the Bible's too bulky. It's very difficult to get a good impression, and also I'm so worried always I could do it wrong, and then I've got this wrong spelling or wrong skew or whatever statement, and then I can't do anything about it. So I've stamped it off camera with different colors, just versify ink colors, and I've just got this stamp set. I'd love to have all these wonderful big stamp sets which you can get these days, but I can't find any here, and I'm definitely not going to order it from America. It's hopefully too expensive. The stamp set has a sort of an interesting texture. It almost looks like there's words written on the letters. So when you stamp it, it gives this little vintage effect. Some of the stamps doesn't look very clear, but it's because he's writing on it. But I'm just happy to have this stamp set. And obviously, I was very lucky that on the left-hand side, there was some more space so I could do my journaling. So I've just used also from where I stand because I want to remember this is part of this devotion. And I've used some of the clear washi tape, the sort of almost the animal print or just the art marks basically. And I'm putting that in various places because I just like to have the free elements, as everybody always talk about the free elements that your eyes jump from one place to another. And then you're going to see me later put a third bit of that art marks there at the top of my heart, because there was sort of an open space. I didn't like that. It was part of the printable or the clear sticker paper. There wasn't any paint there, and I obviously couldn't add anything because it was a clear sticker paper, so I've decided to use some of that black art marks there. So my journaling is just, it says, Lord, you decided to appear to Mary first. He had such a love for you. Your command to her was to go and tell. Lord, that command is for me too. Go and tell. Lord, I'm challenged to do the same. I pray for opportunities to come my way. And I know it's a very dangerous prayer to pray because God will give you that opportunities. I hope you enjoyed this entry. Please give me a like. Let me know if you also did this Bible study. And have a great day. Lots of love. Bye-bye.